much. Next, please. Thank you. You're welcome. Next, please. Next, please. Welcome. Hello. Please, 3 cards.
This is Tuna Erdem,
This is Seda Ergül.
and we are Istanbul Queer Art Collective.
And this is Justin Bookcase.
This is Justin Bookcase. Actually, this is our bookcase, but we had to collect it in the small suitcase because we had to leave Istanbul to move to London.
Thank you very much. Okay. Next, please. 1 week ago, all LGBT themed related art events have been banned in the capital of Turkey. You cannot make an exhibition themed that has anything to do with LGBT. You can't have screenings. You can't have talks, you can't have panels, you can't have anything. Our collective is called the Istanbul Queer Art Collective. Right now, we couldn't have done anything there. Thank you very much. Next, please.
And we had these books, I think about 1,300 of them, more than 1,300 of them.
How?
1,300. 1,300. Approximately.
3 very different images. Isn't it?
Ah, this is your book, The Lure of the Vampire.
This is from Matthew Barney's work.
Remasters.
Remaster, do you know the work? Oh, perfect. This is Star Wars. This is called Justin Bookcase. It was just in case something happened. I mean, when we started doing this, we haven't yet decided to actually leave the country. But we said, just in case, we have to be prepared. I mean, when you have so many books, you can't leave suddenly. So in preparation, to be more mobile, not necessary to leave, but so that we could be mobile, we started doing this. And we ended up leaving. Yes. I actually was a film scholar, she was a music scholar. We weren't necessarily performance scholars, you see, but we were all over the place. Interdisciplinary, they call it.
Okay, you have a little
Thank you.
palm in your hand.
Next, please. Well, we had this wonderful library, and we also had this collection of cards, and we also had photographs. We had so many things that we had to get rid of, but we didn't want to, so we put them all together here. Here we go. Thank you. Next, please. Hello, please pick 3 cards. For every book, we made a card, handmade card. And on every card, we wrote the name and all the necessary information about that book, but also very personal stuff about that book. Where it came from, who gave it to us, where did we read it, sometimes some quotes. So we turned the entire library into Justin Bookcase, and we categorized it and stamped it. Each and every card is stamped. For instance, this card says no non-fiction and no Turkish. It means if we were going to a place where there is no Turkish books at all, we would definitely take this book with us. Or if we were going to a place where there are no scholarly books, there's only fictional books, then we will certainly take this book with us.
This is Orhan Pamuk's Museum of Innocence.
Oh,
have you read it?
There.
Yeah, that's perfect. That was very near our house where
And
the
we
library
haven't
was.
been there. Very interesting.
Yes, yes.
Shall we pick a card and read it?
Let's pick a card and read.
Okay, you pick a card and I will pick a card. Okay. What did you pick?
Film, A Sound Art by Shion, Columbia University Press, 2009.
In every card, if there is a story that we can remember, an anecdote, we wrote it. Sometimes we wrote these quotes from the book, and there is a quote.
There's a quote, so let me read. Some sort of continuing plateau of intensity is substituted for climax. A plateau of intensity is substituted for climax. We liked this because there's this whole thing about climaxing, the will to orgasm, and how it's heteronormative, whereas this intensity and trying to prolong that might be felt more queer, so we loved that.
It's all the female sexuality.
Yes, of course. That's for Seda.
Yes, yes, it's for me.
Here you go. Thank you. Next, please.
It taught me a lot, actually, letting go of things that you think that you belong, so powerfully, emotionally, but at the end you can do it, you can let them go. So it taught me a lot. I think that I can live without books. I can just borrow books, read books, give to some other people, but I can live without collecting books, without owning them, yeah. So libraries can be better than owning books, actually.
Yes.
It leads you a better life, I guess.
Private ownership of books is not preferable to the public library.
Yeah. You shouldn't be so much
Possessive.
Yes, possessive about your books, I guess.
Or your country.
Yes, anything.
A lesson in letting go.
Exactly. Let it go.
It's with us, in a way.
Yes. A substitute.